Right, well, welcome back to the Davy Brown 990 Restoration channel. My name's Barry. Today we're going to be putting back together our injectors, but nozzles have turned up, so I've had to get two from Mayhill, part number 9180. Okay, and I've got two from Agriline, part number 9083. I had originally ordered the 4 from Agriline, but 2 were on back order, and I spoke to Agriline. They were going to be way back into October before they got them into stock. So I had a quick search about, found them on Mayhill's, and we've ordered 2 up from Mayhill's. They came the next day, so now we've got all 4. So if you can remember, when we were dismantling the old injectors, one of the problems that I had was the lock nuts. The lock nuts were damaged. Apparently somebody had been at them with looks like a big open-ended spanner or an adjustable, and they must have ovaled the nuts, but they didn't go back on. So I spoke to Colin up in Aberdeenshire. He didn't have any, unfortunately, but I did phone me local diesel injector refurbishing people, Auto Diesel on St Lawrence Road at Newcastle. Spoke to Dave there, explained my situation. Dave said he had 4, he would have 4 kicking about in the workshop somewhere. So he went away, 10 minutes later phoned us back. Yep, he had the 4 and 8 brand new copper washers to go with them. So we got the 4 replacement lock nuts. They're used, but they've been on injectors, but they're perfect. £2.50 each, 50 pence each for the washers. 14 quid gets the job done, doesn't it? And they screw beautifully onto there now. But I asked Dave, I've asked everybody in fact, what is the thread in there? Because that will measure it. This is 0.809 diameter. Now those threads, I don't know if you can see that, tops of those threads are flat and all 4 are the same, right? So it's not like they've been damaged, it looks like they've been manufactured like that. So I've also measured the TPI. I've got a thread gauge. I measured the TPI. The TPI comes back at 1.5mm pitch. Now that, when you look at the thread, if you looked at that in a metric form, that's 21.5mm with a 1.5 pitch, or to 0.809 with an 18.14 TPI. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't matter who you ask, no one knows what that thread is. If somebody out there knows what the threads are in here and give us like a size and a designation of it, we might be able to get some taps that we can run through those other nuts and make them useful again. But if not, doesn't matter. It's just a nice thing to know, isn't it? What size is the threads on here? So we're going to put the nozzles, the new nozzles, into our injectors, build them up and set them up. And then when I get them back into the engine, to block these holes off, stop any dirt getting in there, eh? Let's crack on. So here we've got all our bits. They've all been bathed, cleaned, dried, bathed again, cleaned, dried, blown out, bathed again. Right, they're all nip and clean. So we've got the cap, 2 brand new washers, or replacement nut on our adjustment screw or spring, or little push rod that leans on the top of the nozzle to give it the pressure, injector body and cap. So, first things first, we're going to put the injector, the nozzle, into the body, put the cap on, tighten it up. Let's get at it. Let's get our little toys out the box. New injector, needle free. This is a Bravo Delta Lima 150 Sierra 6592. Right, let's have some WD-40. We'll blow a bit of WD-40 through the injector to make sure it's clean. Put on the spray there. Okie dokie. There's two little dowels and a little hole here that correspond to the three holes in there. Two dowel holes and a diesel hole. That pops on there. Got my cap. Screws down on top. Right. Now we've got our push rod that goes down onto the back of the tip. We need a spring. We'll run that nut up a bit. I'm going to pop a washer on there. Pop that all together. And I'm just going to tighten this up till I feel it touch the spring. Right, there we go. Now, let's pop outside, tighten this up, come back in, we'll pop it on my test rig. 2 ticks. So I've got my injector, I've got a bit of wood or a hole in and a bit of paper. Pop that into there. Pop this into the vise. This is 3/4 spanner. Good and tight. Okay, let's take it inside, pop it on the rig, set the pressure up in it. So we're going to pop our injector onto our test rig. Get everything up. Okay, a couple of pumps to get the air out. There we go. Now that's what we've got there. Next to nothing on pressure. So we'll just wind our lock nut up a bit. You can see I'm just turning this nut by hand. And we're up to 1,500. Now I'm going to take the mic off for a second and put it down here so you can hear this injector cheep. That's what you want to be hearing. Now, what do we like for pressure? We're up to 1,000. Nearly 2. Tell you what, let's get a screwdriver. This is easy enough to screw in by hand, but it's just going to be more. A little bit. We're looking for 2725. That's 23. 27 is about where the 3,000, the 3 on the 3,000 is. It's in there. So we need a little bit more. 2.5, 2.6. 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. That's popping over just on 2.7. We'll give it the tiniest bit more. 2.5, 2.6, 2.7. About 2.7, just over 2.7. Right, and you can see here, atomizing our diesel beautifully, and it's singing a beautiful song. Job's a good one. Right, we're going to pop back outside. I'll quickly tighten this lock nut down with a 1-inch socket, and we'll come back in. You can see it's holding the pressure. We'll come back in and we will put it back on the rig and retest it to make sure that when we tighten the lock nut we haven't altered the pressure settings. So let's get this off the rig. Just careful, because remember this is still under 1000 psi pressure, so just carefully. Right, we're back. As I say, just nip that down with a 1-inch socket. Pop it back on the rig. Pump the air out of it. And then let's see what we've got. 2, 5, 6, 7. Just over 7. Happy with that. Right, let's do a leak back test. Pump it up to 2000 and then release it. Should take 4 to 26 seconds to come back to 1500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Happy with that. Happy with that. Job's done. Right. Now, again, remember, when you crack this open, this is still under pressure. Just gently. Okay, so we're now going to put the cap on and the other copper washer. Right, I'm going to pop outside again, tighten this up, 1-inch socket on here, tighten this up again. That's what we're done, all that together. New tip in, working perfectly. Set it 2700 and a little bit, as near as we can get it on this gauge anyway. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to crack on. I'll get the other 4 put together, get the other 3 put together, and next thing is we'll pop them in the engine and just loosely pipe them all up till we can get sorted out. Back in a minute. When you just think things are going beautifully, there's always a spanner in the works, and that one of AgriLine's nozzles stuck solid. I built the injector up, put it on the test rig, pumped it up, and all it was doing was spraying 4 straight jets of diesel out, and it actually started dribbling at about 1,500, 1,700. So been on the phone to them, Lovely girl on the phone. She's going to try and organise as a refund on this. And what I've done is, because Agriline haven't got any more of these in stock, so they cannot replace it, what they've offered is a refund on this. And what we'll do is, I've been on to Mayhill and ordered a third one from Mayhill that hopefully will come probably now Tuesday, because I cannot see it coming tomorrow, Saturday. It'll definitely not come on Monday. So I think it's going to be Tuesday. However, we're going to crack on. I'm going to put 3 injectors into here. We'll get the pipe work put on. What we're going to do, we're going to loosen all the pipes off so they're all free, so they can all line up nice and easy without any tension. We'll pop 3 injectors in here, just stop any dirt getting into them, stop any dirt getting into the engine. And when the replacement nozzle turns up, we'll quickly just whip the other injector together and pop it in. Alright? Back in a minute. So we'll pop our 3 injectors in. All the pipe work's loose. Down here on the pump, there's no tension on the pipes at all. They've all got brand new copper washers in. We're going to pop a copper washer on the bottom of this one, pop it in the hole and just finger tight these up and put the leak off rails back on the top, and that will stop any dirt getting into the injectors or into the engine till the tip for the 4th injector turns up. Put a copper washer down the hole. We'll get a pointy thing. There we go. Get that to lie flat. I'm going to pop that. As I say, these will just go on finger tight because you want everything to be able to move. What you don't want is be putting the pipes on under stress. They want to find their own way. Now this nut is all the way down here. This is going to be good. That's not that bad, is it? I thought that was going to be a bit of a nightmare. Where's this nut? There it is. Right. This pipe, there's a little bit of wiggle room in it. Probably just because the injector's not all the way down. Never mind. Right, I'll sort that out. Come back to you. So, that's all our injectors in place, bar the one. I'll just pop that in there to stop any rubbish getting in. Just put the leak off rail. These are all on by hand because they've got to come off again anyway in order to go put this one in. And then we'll tighten everything up because, as I say, these are just hand tight at the minute. Right, that's where injectors in. 3 out of 4, not bad, eh? Probably more cylinders than it was running on when I brought it home. Right, well that's it for this video. All injectors is back in, apart from the one that's nozzle less. When the nozzle comes, we'll get it assembled, get it tested, pressurise it up, put it in the engine. Then the next step, hopefully, get this fired up. So got a few little odd jobs to do to it need some clips still for the hoses, get some liquid, some coolant into it. We'll then sort out if we can get a small earth fan belt, or we'll make a one up or something, or we'll probably just have to run it for a couple of minutes. Hopefully we'll get it all piped up and sorted out. But as I say, thank you very much guys. If you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up, tell your mates, like and subscribe. The channel still continues to grow, which is really good. Much appreciated, all your time and effort that you guys put into it. But well, that's it for now. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't overthink it, it's just nuts and bolts. Take care, stay safe, see you soon.